Okay, so there's 7 of you in the water, right? 4
Yes.
and 3, yeah. So, how many doors are on your ship? I'm going to say there's 1,
Last
2,
question.
3, 4 doors. No, that can't be right. Go ahead, ask your question.
Do I have any nautical creatures that might appear with monster summoning?
Possibly.
Okay, then I'll cast it before we leave. Just in case we have something good.
Give me to cast this spell while you're on the deck of the ship. I need you to make me a Constitution check. If you pass, you can get the spell off. If not, the storm and heavy seas are too much, and you get knocked off.
Okay, 12.
Wait, you get knocked off.
Your spell gets knocked off. Like your spell doesn't work. I'm sorry.
So
Bad phrasing on my part.
Okay, d20 plus 12. Let's see. 24.
Okay, you get your spell off. Give me a d12.
Come on, creatures of the sea.
Would you roll a
me.
3?
Yeah, come to me, my beautiful ladies.
Monster summoning 1?
Yeah. It's my only idea.
I'm sorry. Roll a d6, not a d3. A d12, I mean.
4.
And roll me a, what is it, 2d4? Yeah, give me a 2d4.
Yeah, 7.
7 sea otters
For
will swim to you guys. And no, they appear. 7 sea otters appear out of the middle of nowhere.
And they help us get to shore.
A sea otter can't help you get to shore.
But she bosses them around. She's the boss.
They're a sea otter
We tied
in the middle of a storm. They're gonna drown.
I
don't know. Maybe not.
tied
Maybe not
the
drown.
Drown? Are you joking, Neil? Have you ever watched a sea otter?
Have you ever seen a sea otter in 12-foot swells? They may not drown, but I don't think sea otters live in areas with 12-foot swells.
They cannot help us.
Literally, all we have to do is we tie ropes around the little
They're
little sea
this
otter harness.
big.
We
They're
tied
tiny.
I will send you a video of otters, Neil. I know otters.
Send me a video of an otter saving a person.
Oh, that's video of an otter
Yes,
saving.
Google it.
But what I'm saying is, listen. We take a little rope. We each one we do like around like this.
Yeah.
There's like how many of them? 5?
7.
7. So you guys have to jump in the water to do this because the sea water.
Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Wait.
To the front of the rowboat. So they're underneath the water, pulling forward, so they don't get worried by the swells, and they just propel us forward.
So who of you can make an otter vest or a harness out of sailing rope, which is about yay thick?
It's like you only really need a noose, really. You just make it like,
Okay. So who's going to dive into the water and attach these harnesses to the sea otters?
December.
Is it worth doing this, you guys? Because it's potentially... Huh?
I can give you water breathing to do this.
Oh, okay. Good idea.
Easy. Let's do it.
Okay. Water
Sea
breathing.
otters to the rescue.
What's the duration of water breathing, Jen?
It's like an hour, isn't it?
Let me see. 1 hour per level plus 1d4 hours. So like 6 hours. She's fucking safe.
Sick.
She's so safe. She can save everyone 8 times.
All right, you can breathe underwater.
Sweet. So first I tie a rope to my waist just in case, and I give that to Faye because Faye's the best rope holder. So just in case I get knocked unconscious, she can pull me back in.
Mm-hmm.
Then I take the rest of the rope, take it down there with my daggers, make little otter harnesses, and I tie them all to the, well, I don't know how you're going to let me tie it to the boat, but I want to tie it if this is the prow of the boat, this is the very tip, I want to tie it right here if I can
Yeah, there's ways to tie ropes to boats.
And she's like, oh, water? That ain't no thing for me.
Yeah.
Yep.
And while I'm doing that, I give the otters little kisses on their noses.
Oh, wait!
In the middle of a storm.
Wait.
Yep. Because I'm underwater like a mermaid.
Wait. I had 6 hours plus 1d4 hours of water breathing, and I can split it in 3 if I want. So I'm splitting it
Says
between
what?
us 3.
Says what?
Says the fucking spell book. The
Hold
recipient of a water breathing spell is able to breathe water freely for the duration of the spell. The caster can touch more than one creature with a single casting. In this case, the duration is divided by the number of creatures touched. So I touch myself, I touch Faye, I touch December. We all get 3 hours.
When I got water breathing, I touch myself.
Plus D4. Did you roll a D4? Lily, roll a D4.
Add some hours to that. 4 hours more.
So 10 hours total divided by 3 people is 3 hours and 20 minutes each.
Yep. So
Neil's so pissed. He's
so
like, I thought I had him.
better because we don't even need to breathe. We're like, yep, we're seals. We're little. We imitate the seals.
Okay. So does this mean you guys do not tie yourself to the other sailors?
No, I still do
We
it.
do it.
We still tie them. Yeah.
Okay.
And I want 2 doors. You said we have enough doors. So
I'm trying to remember. You have what? 1, 2,
Mark says
3
at least
doors, 4
So I
doors.
I want 1 door for Faye, Sailor, and Lily, and I want 2 doors for Sailor, me.
I'm gonna say you have 6 doors total on your ship. I think that's a little on the generous side, but that's fine. So 6 doors.
I
What are
only
you doing?
need 3. I only need 3.
What are the 3 for again? I'm sorry.
Faye, Lily, and Sailor are on 1 door. Me and Sailor are on 1 door, and 2 sailors are on 1 door.
Titanic style.
Yeah, I'll never let go. And then,
You're a pretty boy with my door.
but each group, like I still think that we're tied together, but like very, very loosely. We have lots of rope between us.
So you tie rope from door to door to door, or from person to person to person?
So like, okay, ready?
Yeah, give it to me.
Otters, rowboat, rope to door, rope to door, rope to door. Person,
paddlers.
yeah, person to door, person to person, person to person.
Whoa, okay, so you tie the doors and the rowboat in a chain, correct?
No, each door is attached separately to the back of the rowboat. So
Okay,
it's
so
like
the rowboat
intertubing.
goes to 3 different doors.
Right,
Okay.
The sea otters are in the front.
like
And the sea otters are in the front.
7
Yes.
sea otters.
So you've got like a tree with
Yeah.
roots coming out. Then
Uh-huh.
each group of people on a door are tied to each other.
in a chain, and then the first person in the chain is tied to the door.
Okay, so each door is connected to the rowboat and to one person who's then connected to the other person on the door.
Right.
Okay. Are there any other
Yeah,
ropes
people
connecting
have
people that I should be aware of?
No.
No.
Okay.
And we're all doing the little paddle thing with our feet and doing this.
Okay, cool.
And we have the 7 sea otters totally helping because I can command them.
That was amazing that you.
I can't believe I rolled sea otters and that Neil tried to make them useless. No,
They
fucking
are
way.
useless. They're not going to help you pull your door. 12-foot swells?
Neil,
Come on.
have you seen an otter swim? Like, I'm really concerned you don't understand.
I know what a sea otter is, but
I don't think you personally.
I don't think you understand these, like, this giant rope is attached around these sea otters.
Wait,
Because the rope is about yay
wait,
thick, but for a sea otter, that's like this big around. It's this giant thing around
like
them,
this,
and they
it's
can.
across his chest, and all they do to swim is they go like this, so it doesn't matter.
They are.
Someone send Neil a video. Of
I know
sea
what
otter.
a sea otter is. I've seen sea otters my
read
entire.
that they're one of the strongest swimmers with the strongest muscles, so I'm fairly certain they're like babies with huge muscles.
Okay, a weight of a sea otter. We're gonna say a male adult sea otter, just because that's the most OP thing to give you. You know, we're not gonna say we're saying no kids, no females. A male adult sea otter weighs between 22 and 45 kilograms. I don't need to
We
know.
need to find its force of pull. I want to find its force. Someone help us find the force of a sea otter, not its weight.
That means a sea otter weighs between 45 and 100 pounds. Are you serious?
Yeah, because it's the biggest. It's the biggest marine mammal. It says that. From
The biggest
weasel
marine mammal?
The heaviest member of the weasel family.
Okay, well that doesn't mean anything. Okay,
See
never
this-
mind.
so
this
sea otters
one?
are between
This
45 and
guy?
100 pounds. Okay, you got 7 sea otters. What's
They're heavier than me. I mean Lily, not me.
So average weight of your sea otter is 72 pounds. Okay. And you have 7 of them. So that's 504 pounds worth of sea otters. Pulling 7 people on a ship. They're all decent sized males. I'm going to say an average of 100 and... We'll call it 500 pounds of sea otters. Let's say the average sailor weight is 170 pounds, which...
They're rowing. They're rowing.
Times 7. That's 1,200 pounds about of people, and I would say a rowboat weighs. Is a rowboat? I gotta double check this. But there's got to be a table for rowboat in here. Hold on, I know. I'm. Trust me, Lily. I'm not gonna yell at. Grumble,
So Mark
grumble,
says
grumble.
they're bigger than Lily.
Yeah, that's what I said. They're bigger.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you read this article just now that someone tweeted me about otters killing and eating an alligator because they're so badass? So
I think we're
stop
gonna
telling
bring
us.
them-
In large quantities, they work together
Yeah,
to
we
fight
have
off
7
alligators.
No,
Yeah.
it's one.
A single
one
sea otter
guy.
fought and killed an alligator. How big was the
Yes.
alligator? Was it a baby alligator?
Let's see.
That's why you can't just read article titles, guys.
This is
And
one of the
question these
great
people. They're gonna lie to you.
arguments. People
It's
in the
just-
water are much lighter.
Yes, they are.
And
The
now
otter
they're in a
eventually-
boat.
The otter eventually pulled the alligator up on the bank and proceeded to consume it, as evidenced by crunching noises.
Okay, but what is the size of the alligator?
I don't know. It hasn't said yet. Do you want me to read those?
Yes, I want you to tell me how big that
Neal,
alligator
I
is
literally-
before you use that against me. How big is the alligator? Because to me, it sounds like a baby alligator. 100-pound otter is not tearing apart a full-sized alligator. Come on, let's be real here.
It's I found the speed of the otter. 9 kilometers per hour.
Also, I went to the aquarium just like a week ago and watched the otters, and they were way bigger than you think, and way
Yeah,
faster.
these guys weigh 72 pounds. They're heavy.
Yeah, and strong. Their whole body is a muscle.
Mm-hmm.
They're super strong. I read
One
that
big
too.
muscle.
One big muscle.
Okay, they do not have. Well,
It was a small alligator. They
How
don't
small?
say anything else.
just a
they don't
small
say.
alligator.
There's a picture though.
How big is? Oh yeah, link it to me. Link it to me.
Still an alligator.
Link it to me.
It's in the
It's
chat.
awesome.
Otters are legit some of my favorite animals, so I'm going to stand up for them.
Otters are amazing. I love otters. Don't get me
In
wrong.
other news,
This otter is actually owning this alligator.
The otter is larger than the alligator.
Not really.
Yes,
No,
look
not
at the
as
size of their
long.
heads. Maybe not as long, but the otter outweighs
It's
that
not
alligator
perspective.
significantly.
I'm putting it in chat so that everyone can agree with that.
I was just going to put it on the screen.
Also, chat is pointing out that salt water helps you float.
Yes.
Yes,
I agree.
yes. I'm
It
aware.
increases buoyancy.
That the
All right.
form, the shape of a boat is
Well,
usually
let's look
meant
at
to be pulled and move forward.
this
And they
size
also
of an-
have the
I know-
paddles.
Lily,
paddles.
Lily, I'm not going to try and cheat you. I'm playing by the rules. Look at the otter's head compared to the alligator's head. This is a tiny alligator, baby alligator, and a
I just
full-sized
put it
otter.
in the chat.
Yeah.
Someone in chat says Neal Otter agree with them.
All right, so this is what we're going to do.
I'm trying to find the
Um,
force of an otter.
I'm going to say your fish. I'm going to give you a massive benefit here, and say that your raft, your rowboat. I can't say it's the size of a fishing boat. That is too great of a bonus. That is not that safe. A longboat is nowhere near as safe as a fishing boat. I would say it's a little bit better than a raft. So I'm going to give it a seaworthiness of 10. That seems to be fair. That's about the same as a skiff or a canoe. About a seaworthiness of 10. All right, now you have put 7 people on a longboat meant for 4 people.
What? You said that was
I said you could put 10 on it, but it would be really precarious with people having to be in uncomfortable positions and stacking people. That it would be very dangerous. That's what I said.
Yeah. But I understood you to mean when I said how many seats are left, that
You-
it was not over capacity.
It can fit 4. It can fit 4 normally. You said how many people can we put on it? I said 10. How many seats are left? I took to mean how many until it is at maximum capacity, which we had agreed to be 10 earlier. So,
Well, then,
And
captains,
also-
do we make the other guys swim or do we let them stay on the boat? Let's let them stay on the boat. I don't want to redo all of the rope talk.
okay. So 50%, not quite 50%, a little more than 50% over capacity. I'll say a penalty of 2 to seaworthiness for being over capacity by over half, which I think is being generous on my end. And then you are in a...
Somebody draw this diagram, by the way, because it's hilarious. I would draw it if I weren't busy right now.
And then a -3 to the seaworthiness check because they're in a storm. So, just so we know ahead of time, I am being generous in these offers. Only a penalty of 2 for the overbearing of the thing, right? So the seaworthiness of this vessel, all things considered, in the storm is a 5. So one of you guys...
Not me.
Somebody give me a D20, and you need to roll a 5 or lower. Hold on. Before you do it, let me think if there's anything else that needs to go in here.
5 or lower?
Yes.
To what? To what?
To see
not fall?
Yeah, to see if the rowboat does not, or the longbow ship doesn't tip over in the storm.
That seemed incredibly low.
It's a rowboat in the middle of a storm.
Knowing that, what if we just all take one otter and just swim with them?
How many others are there?
7 otters. There are 9,
many people are
10,
on the boat?
11 people without the 3 of you.
On the boat?
Oh, on just the boat itself, there's 7.
We should give 1 otter per person.
I agree.
There's only one guy that can't swim, right?
3. The 2 prisoners don't know how to swim.
So us 3 get an otter, the 3 prisoners get an otter. And
Why are we getting otters?
What? We don't need an others. Let's all the people that were on the boat. Let's give them others.
Did the boat capsize? Did we already do
No,
that?
no, we haven't rolled it yet.
So I think we should stick with this, and then if the boat capsizes, we give them an otter to hold on to, and the otters.
Yeah, but that will be too
And they're
late. 'Cause
tied.
everybody will be in the water and they will be like drowning already.
All right.
We can't do that.
I can't think of anything else to go into this. Do you guys want to give me a roll?
I say they just
No.
hold on to the boat if the boat capsizes. Like, Neil, they can hold on to the boat, right?
They can do their best, but they're going to have to make checks to see if they don't drown. But they can do what they want.
Because otters aren't going to keep them afloat. Otters can pull them forward, but otters aren't going to hold them up. So,
Yeah, but
I
it's
mean,
better
like,
than, I don't know, 75% of drowning or flipping. It's gonna flip.
well, yeah, but if it flips, the boat's still going to float. It's not
Yeah,
going to,
but
like,
It's
sink.
Yeah, but imagine a boat flipping. Most people in the storm would just like get pushed away with the waves. In the wave that just flipped. All 3 people that can't swim dead instantly. Like they're drowning instantly.
I think we have a better chance of them holding on to the boat that's floating with the otters pulling it than them holding on to one otter and the otter pulling them to shore without them dying. Because the otter is going to be swimming underwater. So they're basically just going to be towed under the water where they can't breathe all the way to
No,
shore.
the otter can swim in the surface.
I don't think so.
They do. They like to swim on their back like this.
But if the person can't swim, like, okay, so here's the otter and it's swimming on the surface. The person is tied to the otter. That doesn't mean that the person stays afloat. Like, the person will be under the water like this. You know, if the person doesn't know how to swim, they're not going to be on the surface
Yeah,
of the
but
water.
I think the 3 people that don't know how to swim should be with us. And we help them. I don't think they should be on that boat at all, especially if it.
So we're not going to take the boat at all.
I don't know.
Because I thought we decided we were going to take the chance on the boat.
Yeah, but this was before we knew it was 75%
What if we do
of
2
flipping.
doors and otters and people?
Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay. But let's just do it quick, because we've been talking about this for like an hour.
Doors and otters and people.
And I have been keeping track of how long you guys have been talking.
Cool.
So, you guys ready to roll that D20? Who's going to do it?
No, we're
They
not
don't want to
taking
do
the
that
boat.
anymore. They want to
Okay.
get more doors and split up the otters between doors. So
Yeah.
Okay,
that's
so
gonna
now...
be two otters on each door. No, we're gonna need way more doors. This is
No,
I
we don't
think
need
this is a
otters
really
on
bad
our
idea.
doors. We don't need otters on our doors. Okay, let's just roll for the boat. I think
Okay,
that
let's
is a
roll
bad
for the
idea.
boat. Sure. Okay, you want me to roll? I just
I'm
had
not doing it. I
fruits.
think it's a terrible
All right,
idea.
Lily, 5 or lower on a d20, no modifiers, go. 9. The ship capsizes.
And then the people who are in it try to grab onto it.
Yeah, but for sure they're not gonna be able to. There's a fucking huge wave that makes you turn around. I know how to swim. I'm peaced out. There's no way I can grab onto that boat. Everybody in that boat is gonna.
They all fail their constitution checks
Yeah,
drastically.
That's impossible.
Very badly.
Like, we should have done the door idea.
All right.
Well,
In the
we can-
meantime, this boat has now flipped and is filling with water, and the otters are attached to it and trying to tug it along.
I
The boat's not going to sink. I mean, it's made of wood. It's going to float,
Yeah,
so
I
the otters
command-
aren't going to drown.
I command the otters to come back. I cut their ropes and
How do you communicate with the otters?
Shouldn't- So, okay, Neil, when you say fail their constitution checks, what does that mean that the people
So
are
they
doing?
can't swim. So that means that their ability to stay on water, to tread water, is they have to make constitution checks in the storm to like try and stay afloat.
So I'm going to detach myself, and I'm going to start doing rescues to pull those people up onto
You're going to
either the
detach
boat or
yourself by the rope from the rope.
Yeah, so unattach myself from the people I'm attached to,
Okay.
retie the rope so they're attached to whatever part of the chain I left.
Hold on,
And then
let's not jump ahead quite so quickly now. I want to look up some of these swimming rules again, just to be on the safe side of how things work. Because you
Yeah,
can
I
hold
can-
your breath underwater for a period of time.
I'm supposed to be able to communicate with them.
Are you sure?
I thought we established that last time.
Monster summoning 1.
I can just
Da-da-da-da.
give them simple things to do.
The attack spell uses they attack the spell user's opponent to the best of their ability, either until he commands the attack cease, the spell expires, or the monsters have been slain. These creatures do not check morale. Note that if no opponent exists to fight, the summoned monsters can, if the wizard can communicate with them, and if they are physically able to perform other services for them. Do you speak Sea Otter?
No.
Okay. Okay, he cannot tread water, treading water, untrained swimmer. The waves panic and sink if weighed down with enough gear. Okay. Upon reaching the shore, cover. No. Holding your breath. Under normal circumstances, character can hold his breath for 1/3 his con score. Character is reduced to blah blah. If unable to get a good gulp of air, all times are reduced by half. Character is able to hold their breath for 1 round, regardless of all circumstances, while attempting to hold his breath beyond this time. The character must roll Constitution checks each round. The first check has no modifiers. Each can on each subsequent check. Okay, so that means they can hold their breath for that many rounds. So you guys are in the water. You're headed towards shore. It's not too terribly far because you crash along the rocky coast, but there are rocks along, and you need to make it not just. You need to make it towards like a coastline where you can actually get onto the island, not just like a cliff face. So December, or everyone, you guys are swimming along, holding onto these doors, doing your best to paddle kick. Giant, 12-foot swells are coming up. Sometimes waves are crashing down upon you guys. We haven't rolled. Actually, before we do anything, we should make you guys roll some checks.
Considering we have water breathing.
Water breathing, you guys won't drown, but you might get ripped off your door and pulled away, which could in turn affect other people.
Okay.
Where are we going here? Swimming. Assume calm waters. In heavy seas or storms, require a check every round. You can.
And you're saying my otters are not helping?
I didn't say anything about the otters yet.
Okay.
So you guys, to see whether or not you to see if you fail your con check. Let's see. Let's do the other people who don't have water breathing, because you guys have water breathing, which changes things a lot for you. You have you have 4 people with you. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the people who can swim on the boat, that were in the boat. We haven't done them yet. So let's do the 4 people who are on the boat who can swim. Ooh. 2 are fine for the first round. The other 2 do not fare well and start to sink. The people that are with you, here's the 2 people that were with... No, Anna, you were with 3 people, right? And
Yeah.
where were you in the order? Were you the first person? Like, were you the person attached to the door, someone in the middle, or the person at the very end not attached to anything but a person?
I guess I would have put myself at the end.
Okay. So I'm going to give them a bonus to their con check to see if they don't fall. The storms are pretty rough. So let's do... but the rough storms just mean frequent checks. They don't actually affect the check itself. Let's see, if you're holding on to a door, I would say a +5 to your con check. That seems... I mean, that's a 25% bonus. 25% point bonus. That's pretty good. So let's give a +5 to their con check. So the 3 people that were with December... pass, fail. And then the 1 person that was with Lily and Harvey is a pass. Okay. So we got 1 person that was with Anna who's floundering in the water, loses his grip on the door, starts to slide off. He's attached by rope though. Oh my god, you make this so complicated with all these ropes attached to each other. It's so difficult now.
You can't kill them.
But it makes so many rolls and so many checks and so many balances and things. Okay, so all right, so this is what you see. You guys you're all in the water. You're headed out as best as you can. Immediately, a big wave comes. The boat flips over. Everyone falls into the water. You have no idea about whether or not they are able to grab a hold to the boat. What do you do, December?
So the guy who was attached to me and to the other people who fails.
Mm-hmm. He is the first person in line on the boat. He's the one attached to the door.
Right. So, wait. So he's attached to... He's the first person in line closest to the boat?
Yeah, he's the person attached to the door, and then there's 2 more people, and then there's you. Although I don't know if you could even fit 4 people on a door. Fuck it. You can. It was the hatch, the hatch that went down to the hold of the ship. That's big. You can fit 4 on there.
So... when he loses grip of the door, he's still tied to it so closely. Like,
he is tied to the door. We'll figure that out later. This is what you see. You see him slip and fall off the door, and you see the boat capsize. You're in the middle of a storm. You're not even in like a calm, rational state of mind where you can like slowly, methodically think about these things.
I know, but I'm more asking game mechanics wise, because like in real life, I would be like, oh, he's fine, he's tied. I would cut myself loose and go use my water breathing to try and save people who are sinking. Mm-hmm. But if in game mechanics, him being tied to the boat doesn't actually matter, because sometimes that happens, then I would maybe help him first because I'm closest.
I mean, he's tied to the door. I'm not going to say it's not impossible that he would drown, but he's tied to the door, and there's a guy right next to him who's tied to him. So
okay, so then I'm going to cut myself loose, and use water breathing and swim underneath the boat, try to see if I can find anyone who I know can't swim and pull them up to help them grab onto the boat or a door.
What is the distance from the boat to the first door? Because the doors like have to be staggered. They can't be equally in a line. So what's the distance from the door to the boat?
I would say the first door to the boat, maybe like 8 feet.
8 feet? Okay. All right, so you start swimming to the boat. You get to the boat. You can breathe underwater, so you open your eyes underwater, but you can't see much down there. It is too murky and dark, and there's not very much light out. The storm clouds are overhead and everything. It's early in the day as well. So you're swimming about the first round, the first minute. And you see one guy, you see the monk has managed to hold on to part of the door. Part of the boat with one hand. The unproficient sailor is nowhere to be seen, and the prisoner is nowhere to be seen. The three people who can swim, you see two of them like catching their breath and treading water nearby, like grasping for parts of the boat, and one of them is missing as well.
So I dive like pretty much directly underneath the boat, just repeatedly to see if I can, and I can breathe underwater. So I guess I just swim around underneath the boat trying to find somebody.
Okay. All right. So that's what you're going to do this round. We'll roll at the end of the round for those actions.
Okay.
I'm going to say it takes.
Did we take a break yet?
We have not taken a break. We're actually well over our break time. Do you guys want to break right now?
Do you that, or do you want to do it after your turns? Anyone? Anyone?
Let's do our turns.
Okay, one turn each. Then let's take a break.
Okay. Faye and Lily, what are you doing?
Swimming.
Yeah, keep on swimming.
All right.
Yeah.
Give me Constitution checks at +5. So D20 +5. You want to? Wait, is that? No. I'm sorry. D20 plus your Constitution +5, and you want to roll a 21 or higher.
29.
Cool.
35.
No problem.
Ooh, nice.
No problem. You guys managed to hold on and keep paddling towards shore.
In front of all the doors, we're like, oh shit, it's swimming so fast. Come on, people.
Constitution check means you can hold on. It doesn't mean you're moving quickly. Should we break now?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See you guys in just a few minutes.